So this is a pinch of Coco. She's 36. And in the caption, she says, I'm a little embarrassed to admit that at 36, I've never been in a relationship. I get really nasty comments about this, mainly from men, and it still hurts even now. I've had chances to be in a relationship, but always felt like I'd be compromising too much.
Well, that's your own fault then. You've had opportunities. Men have tried to get in a relationship with you, but you thought you was too good for them. And now you're there, lonely at 36. I mean, what are you talking about?
I have my own place, and I've lived in it for over 5 years on my own. I expected I would have met somebody during that time, but it never happened.
What's she talking about? You did meet guys. You just said it. You had opportunities to get relationship, but you thought you was compromising. And this is what happens with a lot of women these days. They think they're better than the men that they're evenly yoked with. This is what they don't understand. Like, they think they're going to find Superman or Green Lantern or some other superhero out there.
Now I've moved back in with my mum. I just got too lonely. Number 3, I've had many close friends who aren't close anymore. Changing priorities means that they didn't have time, scope to stay in my life. Friendship breakups have broken my heart more than anything else. Number 4, I put off doing a lot because I have nobody to share things with. I'm quite adventurous by nature and have traveled a lot on my own. But after a while, being on my own gets tiring. No one to bear witness to all your memories can be demoralizing. Number 5, I often use what's for me won't pass me as a crutch to accept my reality. After so many years of putting myself out there, traveling, being successful, etc., I'm just tired of trying to find the one.
Yeah, because the reality is it doesn't matter how much traveling you do or how successful you are in your career, you become the CEO of whatever, it doesn't matter.
And finally, number 6, I'm often told that I'm so funny, smart, kind, but honestly, I'm starting to find it hard to believe. My heart has broken so many times at the idea of not being lovable, but I don't think there's anything left to break.
Yeah, and who are the people telling you that you're so funny, smart and kind? There's probably other women. Get the opinions of what men think about you if you want to find a man. Why are you going to go to other women who you're not going to date and ask them their opinion? They don't know. You need to know what the market thinks about you, not what your peers. They're your competition. And women lie to women quite a bit.
And her post, I found it really sad. The sheer number of women on there being like, I'm in exactly the same position. What advice do we have for our dear cousin? And we probably got a few friends. I know I do.
Do you know what?
That have been similar.
In my 30s, I would say like when I was about, I would say 32 to 34, I felt so lonely. And I had friends and whatever, but I don't think I'd ever felt as lonely as I did at that period. And part of me is like, I knew I wanted a child, and it's like, it just seemed like so out there. Don't know how it would happen. Wasn't in a relationship, wasn't seeing anyone that was, could turn into a relationship or anything like that. So I feel her pain, because when you feel that lonely, it is such a deep, distressing thing. It is, because you go home and it's just you.
Yes.
And your friends have got partners, and then it's just you. You feel like, well, what's kind of the point if I don't have somebody to share it with?
And women need to understand that, you do need a man. The whole idea that I don't need a man and I'm going to go traveling all over the world, I'm going to go Thailand or wherever they go to, bro, it's a joke. It's not real, bro. It's cope.
It's very hard. I don't know what advice to give her, because it sounds like she's tried everything. She's traveled. And do you know what it is? It is time, and I hate saying that, but it is time. I don't know. I would maybe suggest she tries some online groups, friendship groups for a start. There's so many things you can do nowadays. You can go on they've got cinema clubs that you can go to.
Yeah.
They've got, food clubs that you can go to, friendship groups that you can join. There's dating things that she can do as well. And maybe she can just look for someone on the type of she should go on a type of dating app where somebody feels the same as her and they're just really genuinely wanting to find a life partner.
Bruh, she's not gonna find the type of guy that she wants, because she probably wants some superhero guy, bro. She wants Green Lantern, bruv. I don't think that dating app thing is really gonna work, bro. Like, the kind of guys that she's gonna want to date are probably gonna want to date younger women. Let's keep it real, because she already said that she's had opportunities to date guys, but she felt like she was accommodating or she was settling or whatever it was. She had opportunities.
Very, very heartbreaking and lonely.
It's difficult when you feel like you've tried everything and then everyone gives you advice and you're like, I've tried it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to turn this into her or anything like it's her fault or anything at all.
Why not? Now, obviously, I'm not saying that she has to couple up with some crap guy. I'm not saying that, but like, a lot of times when you hear the dating requirements from a lot of women, a lot of the things are superficial things.
It becomes really difficult to break out your cycle of expectation of being let down. So sometimes your defense barriers are up so much that even when someone is trying to show you their best, you're suspicious of it, you don't trust it, and rather than open yourself up, understandably, you back away the minute there's some sort of not sure, because you I've seen this before, so you might project that person's going to hurt you. What got to me was her cry, that uncontrollable cry. I've had that many times, because I think me and you were talking before that we don't necessarily cry about for ourselves, but then we'll cry about some nonsense because our cry is not, that's our exit. For me, those cries usually are around not having a partner, have been around feeling so single, so unloved, and really trying to understand, well, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like,
Yeah, you do cry.
and it's that societal thing. Hitting 50, well, soon, hitting the 40s and stuff, and being like, okay, you stop caring. There's an element of self-worth that you kind of build into yourself. And definitely having my child help me reinforce who I thought I was. It took a long time. And because society's like, your value is in having a partner, as a woman especially, it's so hard to break that societal expectation that you're supposed to have a partner.
It's not a societal expectation, bro. Like, the woman's talking about she's lonely. Your friend over there was talking about when she felt lonely. The reality is this, fam. As a woman, you need a man. You need community. Men, we're built different. Men don't mind being on our own, bro. Like, we can be lone wolves and still operate, and we're not gonna break down and start crying, bro. Women, you need community, you need family. So it's not societal pressure, bro. Because a lot of these women who are independent on their own, blah blah blah, yeah, they're getting older, they still want a man.
And it is that thing where everyone says, oh, you're great, you're amazing, you're beautiful. I'm like, well, can't give a man or can't find a man for shit.
But it's also when you go home.
Yeah, again, it's because you're not listening to the market. You're listening to your peers. Yeah, you're perfect. You're a catch. You're this. You're that, bro. Like, they don't tell you the things that you may need to self-improve on, because they don't want to hurt your feelings.
I really was going through the comments, and there was some horrible comments in there. You know, there's some guys being like, it's you, just go and get a cat. And then there was some other, really harsh. There were some other women who were more like, honestly, reading it felt defeatist. There's you'll get past this moment and then you'll enter into your 40s. Wait 10 years and then you're going to feel better about it.
That's long.
That's really, and it's as much as 10 years goes fast, it's a long time.
It is.
Really.
In the moment.
Yeah, it is. It is, especially when you're in those feelings.
Let's be real. You should have found your guy before you hit your 40s. From the age of 20 to 40, what have you been doing, fam? That 20-year period, what have you been doing that you didn't find one guy? No, because you only need one guy, bro. Like, you didn't find one guy that you could couple up with and sit down with. So you're telling me, oh, you're going to spend your, I don't know, from 36 onwards doing self-improvement, and then what? Like, I don't really understand this. I don't really get it. Like, biology plays a part in this as well. I'm sorry. Biology plays a part in this. Like, women have a prime. They have their prime years. Everyone has their prime years, men and women. But women, you have your prime years, which is the time when you are best suited to find a mate. And if you don't use that prime period efficiently, then you're gonna be in a difficult situation after. And that's what it is. And that's why a lot of guys don't really have much sympathy in that comment section, because for men it's even harder to attract a woman. Even if you're a man who has done the self-improvement in your prime years, it's still going to be hard for you to attract a woman. Whereas a woman in their prime years, they can attract a man and not really have done any self-improvement at all. And another thing is, as a woman, you don't even need to be super attractive to find a mate. You don't need to be in super great shape. You don't need to be super beautiful to find a mate. In the example, the woman said that she had plenty of opportunities to get in a relationship and she rejected those opportunities. Now she's complaining that she's 36 and lonely. I mean, I don't know what to say to that.
I truly believe in the magic of vibration. If you're down in something, you can't meet your match because you're not there vibrationally. And the only way sometimes to shake yourself out of that is to be like, I'm gonna do all the adventures, and then lo and behold, that person was there.
It's gonna be hard for you to find the guy that you want to be with. Again, what have you been doing between the age of 20 to 40 or 20 to 36 or even just 20 to 30 for that 10-year period, for that decade? What have you been doing, fam? Like, you did not meet one guy in 10 years. You didn't meet one guy in 15 years. Like, bro, I don't understand how you managed to do that. I don't understand.
You have to get out of that and get out there and network and put yourself out there. But it's hard. I was feeling, but I was really like, no, this is a really hard place to be.
There's plenty of guys that are in the same situation. All right. I don't see you lot talking about the men that feel like that. Because nobody cares about men in society. No one cares. I would say more men are lonely than women are. If a man had done a video talking about he's 36 and lonely and hasn't had a relationship, I doubt you lot would be talking about it, even if he was crying as well. And if you did, you probably wouldn't be talking about it in very sympathetically.
Since I've kind of been at peace with who I am, and especially stopped feeling like I was ugly, that took most of my 30s, from kid to 30s or so. When I started saying, okay, I'm not that bad, and started embracing myself and enhancing what I've got, it's a different thing. And now I get more compliments just because, and that's an inner effervescence that comes out when you start to love yourself more. And it is very difficult. And I'm not saying just love yourself. It's not that. No. You have to be at peace with who you are.
But I do think, like, unfortunately, that comes being in your 40s.
Well, yeah.
I genuinely believe that. Like, when you get to your 40s, you leave all that shit at the door because you're in a different headspace and you've grown. I'm just going back to how I know I felt at that time, the period of my 30s that I said. Like, I've never felt so low in loneliness.
Yeah.
I felt low, but like in terms of like, I feel lonely, that it's a difficult period because I think as well, in your dreams of when you grow up, you think by the time
you never think this, you never think that.
You think by the time you're that age, you're going to have this, you're going to have a partner, you're going to have a child, you know? And when you might be successful in your career or becoming successful in your career, but it's when you go home and you're on your own.
Yeah.
And even if you've got a fucking cat, it doesn't matter. That's sometimes worse. Because you're
literally living a stereotype.
But you're on your own. Mm-hmm. So I genuinely feel it for her. And my only thing would be a bit like what you said. Just, she needs to get out there. Mm-mm. And I know, like, you might feel like you've done it before and all of these things, but you've got to pursue it. You've got to continue. You can't let it get you down.
Again, my question is, what have you been doing between the age of 20 to 30, bro, or 20 to 40? What have you been doing? Women reject a lot of guys, bro, for superficial. He's not cute enough. He's not tall enough. The guy might have had the best intentions. Anyway.
Go to spaces that you wouldn't normally go to. You know, go out to eat as well. Sometimes go out to eat on your own. You'd be surprised how many people are out eating on their own.
That's true.
You know, and there's do like running clubs. There's so many things that you can do.
Definitely black running clubs.
Yeah. If you're dedicated, or you know that's something that you want in your life, like a family or a person, a partner, then it's not easy. And I'm sitting here in my late 40s, and I know it's not easy. But I'm just saying that if that is your thing and you've done your career and this is your focus, that's what you got to do. Because what I will say is, when I was like, I want to have a baby, I want to meet someone, I want to have a baby, I put it out there into the universe, and I fucking did. Yeah. Because I was like, I know now I need to do that. I need to focus on doing that. And
hold on. My question is, are you with the child's father? Because the way she said that was kind of like, I'm just going to find a guy and have a kid. Like, I'm hoping she's with the child's father, bro. I'm really hoping, bro. The way that sounded to me sounded a bit mad. And I think that a lot of women do this. So in fact, I know there's women that do this, that like, they'll just get to an age where they're just going to be like, oh, you know what? I need to have a kid now. Which I understand because biology, innit? So I understand that, boom, like you kind of got to do it before it's too late. I get that. I don't know. I'm just hoping she's with the child's father anyway.
And as soon as I had said that, it opened me up to things that I probably would have turned down before. You know, conversations that I would have been like, no, you're not ticking all of these boxes. You know,
I hope this post does that for her as well, because there were so many people on there. Having thousands of people also be like, I'm in a very similar situation. Yeah. And then all of the people in London that are like, same, don't need a friendship group. Maybe friendship dating is also a thing as well. Yeah. Like when your standard group has kind of gone into family phase, it's really hard when that takes place and you're on the edge of it as well and they're just doing their family things or mummy stuff. That's hard. So then you do need a new set of friends.
So basically what you're saying is that now you need to go and find another group of females that don't have families. That sounds crazy, bro.
Something I tried at Carnival and it really worked. We made a joke. Well, I was joking, but it's like, I'm going to smile at everyone. I'm going to smile at every guy that walks past me.
It worked.
And it worked. And I did it.
It hella worked.
It hella worked. And I met someone. We broke up, but it was a good experience.
Yeah.
But we were just joking, like, we're going to be outwards. And I smiled. I just smiled at beer guys. Yeah. And I got like, I think I got 2 numbers or 2 DM-y, Instagram-y things and a boyfriend. Yeah. I got a boyfriend out of it.
She went Carnival and then she made it a point that she's going to smile at guys. This is what a lot of women need to do. Why did it take this long to realize that just smile? Like, what is going on? Like, this is what I'm saying. They have these epiphanies. I went to Carnival and I made the challenge that I'm going to smile at guys. So what did you used to do? What was you doing before? Frowning. All they got to do is just be more friendly. Just be more bubbly and friendly and positive and just like good vibes, bro. Like the guy is going to come along. Like all that moody stuff, yeah, you need to quit, fam.
Over there and would see and then would start edging their way.
It's very fun.
That's the thing when I'm talking about vibration.
Yeah.
But you have to get there. You can't mantra your way there. That doesn't work.
You have to.
This woman talk about vibrations and mantra. Bruh, just smile, bro, and be just positive. That's all. Have good vibes. That's all you need to do. Have good vibes. It's not no flipping mantras and all this stuff.
I'll definitely say the bike club. Tox's, I can't remember what it's bloody called, the Black Bike Run.
Yeah.
Black Bike Ride. That's very fun. And people are friendly. I know a lot of people that do that. And the people that I know are quite friendly, so very friendly. So if you did that, Tox's Black Bike Ride.
And Shantae's,
Shantae
strangers dinner as well. And everybody goes there solo.
Yeah.
You're all strangers. People become friends.
Yeah. So then like, look,
the woman's not looking for friends, bro. She's looking for a man. Then she can be with the man, focus on the man, be a helpmate to the man. And then eventually it will blossom into children. And then she won't have no time for friends. Just like her old friends don't have time for her. Simple.